Welcome back to another night of level grinding. I am your host. I immediately messed that up. 10 out of 10 intro. Welcome back to another round of level grinding. I'm your host, YellowFang42 on the YellowFang42 channel. We're playing some more Kingdom Hearts. And I'd say the weekend has gone pretty well. I hope your weekend has gone well. So far, so good. I made some delicious tacos just the other day. To be honest, I don't think they qualify as tacos, not in the traditional sense, but more in like the Americanized tacos sense. So basically, browned up some ground beef and spiced the daylights out of it. I'm talking like the standard salt and pepper, but also a ton of garlic powder, some chopped onion, a lot of paprika, seasoned salt. I feel like I'm missing something. I almost put turmeric on there, but I was like, I'm not trusting that. I couldn't find the cumin though. That's the only thing that I missed about that. But either way, tasted absolutely scrumptious. And I had these like little mini tortillas, and I just had a couple of them tonight too. Plus they pair really well with the potatoes, so overall, pretty good weekend. And this is the first night that the internet might be actually behaving fully. We might finally have fully functional and behaved Wi-Fi that isn't gonna eat it anytime there's more than one device using a lot of power. The bitrate should be better, basically. Well, okay, maybe not the bitrate. Don't ask me to understand terminology, even though I probably should, since I was a comp sci major. I don't want to understand it anymore. Either way, my bandwidth, I'm not going to be fighting for it constantly anymore, which I am super stoked about. So far, everything is behaving. I'm super happy about that. We'll see how it goes. I'll see if I have to yell at the at OBS. Technically not OBS, but it's yelling at the internet connection and the little bars on connection of OBS. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, it's been pretty good. I also had this really freaking good chocolate cake this weekend. It was really good. I had to tap out like 3/4 of the way through because it was that strong, and then I ate the rest of it like the next day. So pretty awesome time. Man, I love food. It's so good. I should make more food related videos if I keep talking about it so dang much. Yeah. It's going great. Let's see, what other things? I can't think of any other things that oh, come on, there's gotta be something. Oh, I'm thinking of finally actually incorporating going on some run in the morning or something like that. Doing like a little morning jog. That'll help warm up my poor legs and make them function better when I try to do more exercise in the form of Dance Dance Revolution. Because I did a bit of a jog this early afternoon, and hoo boy, it helped. It was nice. It was very nice. So the point is, I want to get back in shape, and it's going great so far. I'm very stoked about it. I did have a little bit of a fist fight with the PS2 earlier because I like using the random button for picking songs, and it was getting so mad. It was driving me nuts because it repeated at least 2 songs, at least. Especially at the end, I was like, okay, something fresh, something new, because I wanted to do just one more song, and it kept giving me repeats of songs that were pissing me off actively. So I'm like, you know what? I don't have to put up with this, so I just picked the song manually. Also, I need to figure out what's going on with my inability to use my right foot. As in, I can't hit the right arrow for some reason. I think I just keep missing the button, so I gotta figure out what to do about that. Because I'd like to stop. I would like to stop missing the right arrows. That would be great. That would be so great. Yeah. Oh, this is exciting. It's not quite butter, but it's going so well. I'm being reasonably optimistic because I'm like, okay, this is the first time I've done streaming on this level of the bandwidth, so hopefully it behaves itself. The speed is slightly faster, so hopefully that saves me some grief. Yay! I'm also hoping that I will actually commit to gardening this year. That way I don't have to buy as many things at the store, specifically in the terms of the produce section. I'm hoping to grow some green beans. I think that's the main one I really want to grow is green beans. I would love to grow those. And the other one I would love to grow is some really good potatoes. I want to grow some potatoes. Because those would be absolutely perfect. I'm very excited about the prospect of potentially doing some gardening. Yeah. So yeah, that's the whole gist of that. Ah, my love of food. 1 second. I just avoided sneezing into your ears. You're welcome. Wow! That isn't really an I'm sleepy yawn, that's more of a I ran out of breath and trying to get oxygen back to my brain breath. That's a yawn, not a breath. Yikes. Okay. Apparently the brain is still a little fried. In all fairness, my dream was very eventful. I got to visit a mall, which I have visited before. It's not the mall world that all the TikTokers talk about. It's more of like a shopping center. There's a specific clothing store and stuff that I've walked by lots of times. And there was an office that I guess I was working in that dream, and I had stayed like super late, and they're like, yeah, girl, go home from your shift. So as I was leaving, I happened to hear, it's so funny, in the dream, I heard Drag Path playing on the radio, and I'm like, wow, it's finally playing on the radio. And then I wake up, and I'm like, I know darn well that would never happen. But it was nice. It was very pleasant. I like that song. I really wish that I knew of the possible digital copy back when it was coming out. Now you just have to kind of fish for it. Love the song, it's good. Oh my goodness. The dusks are a little on the aggressive side tonight, which I don't mind. Did I say I worked on some editing this weekend? I don't think I did. I'm trying to think of how much editing I've done. I know I got the first segment fully like rough cut, and then the second segment fully rough cut. Well, okay, it's not fully rough cut. It's partially rough cut. I still have quite a bit of footage to get through. It's quite a bit. So, looking forward to that. I actually am looking forward to that. Just the other night, I stayed up until like 1 in the morning, just video editing. I think it was on Friday I did that. No, it wasn't Friday. That doesn't sound right. No, was it Friday? God, I'm getting my days mixed up. Anyway, totally worth it though. It was a lot of fun. No, it was Friday. Yeah. Either way, lots of fun. Had a blast. Very much enjoyable. I got so lost in the sauce that I was like, oh man, and then I checked the time and I was like, oh no. That's gonna put a dent in my sleep schedule. And it did. Oh well, worth it. I'll probably do it again tonight. Worth it. Oh, okay, someone is pretending to be a basketball. Look, I don't mind him channeling his inner basketball. It's fine. Be the ball. But it does make doing my job a little bit harder. we're gonna get, okay, so we're at like 6,000-ish. I don't think I should do a hard push to the finish. I thought about it. Oh, we did have a little skipperoo, damn it. That's okay. Don't be freaking rude. Okay, oh, cool. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Maybe if things go well today, I'll do like half the stream to getting to level up, and then I'll do like the switch over and we'll try to beat the crap out of Terranort with the other controller. That could be a pretty good plan for tomorrow, right? For tomorrow's stream, Tuesdays. I think that's a pretty good plan. I like that plan. It incorporates shenanigans. So, I'm always down for some shenanigans. There's also a couple of games that I know for a fact that I'm like, after doing the command roulette, do I want to do it more with the other characters, or do I want to switch to a different game just to shake things up? Because that's an important question to ponder, you know? And if so, what sort of game shall I play during the days where I'm like, hey, I need a break from the level grind? I do have a few that are actively installed right now. I'm not going to do Power Wash Simulator because unfortunately when I play that game, I have to squint all the dang time and it gives me a headache. I can't play it until I fix my stinking glasses. Guess who still hasn't fixed them? It's me. Eventually I'll finally be like, hey, guess what? I got new glasses, but it's not this day. It's not this day. Nope. And it won't be tomorrow either. Oh, okay. Alright. These desks are so silly sometimes. I love how the desks are depicted in the manga, specifically the 358/2 days manga. Actually, I think I've seen some panels in the KH2 ones that are pretty funny too. Like, there's this one panel or two where Kairi does wiggling to communicate with the dusks while she's trapped in the world that never was. And it's hilarious. And then I think there's a couple scenes in 358/2 where the dusks draw on either Roxas's or Shion's face when they're both asleep for a few days. It's super funny. They're just mischievous little guys. Mischievous little menaces. It's great. Okay, I need to calm down. I'm just swinging. I'm not even like thinking, I'm just like, oh hey, dust, bam. Immediate. Wow. Bam. Okay. I love doing this, it's so much fun. That sounds sarcastic, but I'm actually enjoying it a lot. A lot. It's lots of fun. Okay. Jeez Louise. Habit. I'm just enjoying thinking, but I can't stay quiet for too long, otherwise the game gets... I mean, it's gonna get muted anyway. And if I'm quiet for too long. Because it's just like, oh, copyrighted music, and it's like, yeah, it's part of the game. You're gonna find it in there. Goodness sakes. I'm trying to remember if I've saved myself a snack in a drawer, and I'm pretty sure that's a no. The last time I had a snack, it was the Snickers bar, and yes, I did in fact eat it after the stream that time. It was not the wisest idea. I needed something a little bit less sugary. That's a curse of getting older. After a while, the candy bars don't really hit the same way as they used to. Possibly also because of ingredients changing. That is a possibility. But also just that much of a sugar spike is kind of rough on you, and you're just like, ugh. Nowadays, I'm craving vegetables half the time. It's so funny. Speaking of, I should roast up some broccoli. Just roast it in the oven. That'd be pretty dang good. Hiccups. I love them. Ooh. We are one run away from getting below 6,000. We're not doing that again. I am not doing that random thing where I just aggressively focus on the numbers. That was a little crazy last time. Whee! Oh, man. Ooh, it's a bit chilly. Very chilly, in fact. Calm down, Aaron. Aaron? Who the frick is Aaron? There is no Aaron. Tried to say calm down, air, and then it was like, Oh well. Wow. So how about that Super Bowl? That was pretty wild. Patriots almost got shut out. They were like that close until they got a touchdown and a goal and stuff. But that was a vicious beatdown. Ooh boy. I saw some of the clips of the actual play because I didn't actively watch it while it was live, but whew, that was nuts. Also, I finally got to see the halftime performance uploads after, and that was a really, really good halftime at the Super Bowl. Specifically the one that was actually at the Super Bowl. I don't even want to talk about what that other one it even is. I didn't even like ugh. But yeah, the Super Bowl halftime was really good. I love it. It was great. Lady Gaga looks super gorgeous in that dress, by the way. Oh my gosh, look. She's so pretty. Oh. Also, it cracks me up that there were people like as the grass, so they would be able to move it on and off the field super fast. It's super cool. Yeah, very good. Oh, apologies. I've saved it to my phone. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, to be fair, I also saved last year's halftime performance as well to my phone. Because Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance was freaking amazing. I loved it. It was a magical experience to watch. Yeah, and Bad Bunny did such a good job. 10 out of 10. Would watch again. I love it. I got a little teary-eyed. At the end. It was really good. I like it. Apologies. I don't know what it is, but apparently the must have ate some dirt or something. I say I ate some dirt, but that doesn't make any sense. I just need to drink a lot more water in the past few minutes or something like that, which means hopefully I'm trying to take a few sips at a time so then I don't like just have it pass through, because the trick with water and staying hydrated is you gotta sip a little at a time. It's really hard not to just drink a ton when you're super thirsty, but you gotta sip a little bit of a time to let it absorb. It's kind of like when it rains in a desert. if it rains too much, there's not enough time for the water to really absorb into the ground, so it ends up flooding. That's basically what it does in your body. Not like floods your body with water, but as in it doesn't quite absorb and just passes through. That's what I'm saying. I apologize, that was absolutely freaking disgusting even for me. Yikes. Let's go fight a dusk. But yeah, the more you know. If you want to stay hydrated, a little bit of water at a time will go a much longer way. I think that's kind of the case with eating food too, is that you eat multiple smaller meals throughout the day instead of like 3 big old ones. Because then it's easier on your digestive system, your pancreas, and it's less, and it like saves you from potentially overeating and stuff like that. I've been working towards trying to not do big old meals, but every once in a while I just turn into a pit and start being like, I'm gonna eat everything. Like, I think just last night I ate like technically 2 servings of spaghetti and meatballs because I was just flippin' hungry. In my defense though, I didn't eat that much earlier that night anyway, so yeah. Was that last night? No, that don't sound right. It was a different night. Maybe? Now I don't remember. Gosh dang it. Fusing the brains together. Fusing the brains. Okay. Okay. I see how it is, brain. I see how it is. That is beautiful. I am thinking about learning to play Microsoft Flight Simulator. Because I already have the game. I got it a while ago because I was like, you know what, I'm going to get the dang game. Because I've been wanting to play it for a while. And I'm also trying to get myself to play some of the games that I already have as well. So I'm like, okay. I want to get to know the variety type of games that I want to play. Because a lot of times I just end up watching people play games because I want to know what the storyline is. And I'm like, maybe I should actually like experience it for myself and not worry about messing it up or something like that. That's what I always worry about. That's why I'm like, maybe I'll just observe, watch ahead. But, you know, it's not as fun. It's not as fun. I need to enjoy some of these experiences myself. I've watched for too long. Stop sitting on the sidelines, dang it. That's honestly good advice for life, is every once in a while, yeah, it's good to sit back and observe, see what other people do so then you don't make mistakes, but sometimes you just gotta make your own mistakes, and yeah, it sucks. And hopefully you don't make catastrophic ones, but like tiny little ones like, oops, that was the wrong thing to say, sorry about that. Or, oh, that's why you don't do that sort of thing, but it's like not a major thing, like, yeah. Take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. It's what Miss Frizzle said, but I didn't really internalize it until, well, I probably still haven't internalized it. Who am I kidding? I'm working towards it, okay? It's a process. It is definitely a process. I'm enjoying it, though. Oh, it's been so far. Very fun so far, in fact. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. What are you doing? Okay, there we go. I almost fell asleep just now. What the heck? And here I thought that would have been enough time and space, but no, apparently not. Okay. I'm just gonna let the siren happen so then I can take these guys out. Come here. Fight me. Boom. Ow. Okay, there we go. So those are 1 HP. Okay, so about 5 HP. Yeah, that makes sense. A quarter HP left. There we go. Because we only got like a total of 20 right now. I need to fix my hair because it's pissing me off again. I've just washed it up, so I'm having it in a loose ponytail so it can dry, but it is irritating the crap out of me because it's sliding out of the ponytail. So I fixed that problem so it doesn't bother me for the rest of the stream. Yay! Fixed it! Oh, I don't need to take damage. Why am I taking damage? Oh dear God. Interesting. Huh. Okay, I keep missing when there's lag spikes. This is interesting. But they're happening so fast and ending so quickly that I barely notice them. Like, I know that they're happening because I see the frames, like, drop briefly. But it's not long enough that it's causing issues. It's, like, just enough that I notice it, but it's noticeable after the fact. It's not, like, lingering. Suspicious. Like I said, whole new, freshly baked internet. Freshly baked. Alright. That's cool. Ooh, I could go for... Nah. I was gonna say I could go for some hot chocolate, but... I prefer drinking it out of a mug, and I don't want to deal with that right now. Nope. I do like hot chocolate, though. It's good. I might have some later. Maybe I'll make some at the halfway point-ish. That's what I'll do. I'll make some at the break. I'm gonna sing. There we go. Goodness sakes, I've got the biggest yawns in the universe. Okay, maybe not the biggest yawns in the universe, but they feel like the biggest yawns in the universe to me. Okay, I guess we're swinging. Nice, alright. Okay. Cool. Woo! I got a chill for a second there. It was a pretty strong chill, too. In my defense, I'm wearing a t-shirt instead of a long sleeve, so that's probably a lot to do with it. Is there a freaking jet turbine going on outside? What the heck? Okay, it's gone now. We're good. We're just like, and I'm like, bro, why are you like this? Don't jet turbine bans. Ban all jet turbines. It's so silly. Come on. Come on. Can one of you fight me already, please? Thank you. Goodness sakes. These dang dusks don't want me to get the XP that I want. It's so rude. Get over here. Alright, cool. We're good. Yay. Big stretch. Always good to do a stretch. I don't think I did that. That's probably my problem. Okay, no death rattles, no death rattles. We're not doing that. That just reminded me of a video game adaptation of The Grudge. I remembered it existed. I don't think I'd play it though. It's too scary. I'm a big wimp when it comes to scary stuff. It's gonna be like a huge step for me to actually play Death Stranding one day. Cause The BTs scare me really bad. They're scary, okay? I'm a big wimp. There's a series that I have on DVD, Shiki. I can't watch it when it's dark outside. I can only watch it during daylight hours. So basically, I don't watch it during the winter. Oh, I'm kind of pathetic, but you know what? It's funny. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that I have a couple of scary games in my Steam library. I think I have. Do I have both Little Nightmares games or just one of them? I think I have one of them. I remember I got one of the Little Nightmares games because there was a free promotion. Maybe it was the first game on Steam? Yeah, it was the first game. It was like free for a bit, so I got it when it was free. Because they were promoting the second one, and then I'm trying to remember when I got the second one. Did I get the second one? I'll have to check my Steam in just a moment or something like that. Wow. I could use the desktop so then I can just look things up without what? What? Frosted brains. Oh, don't eat brains, kids. You'll get prion disease. And prion disease is uncurable. You will die. This is not a joke, by the way. If your proteins get folded wrong, you're wrecked. You're done for. You gotta make one wrong move and you're done for. I don't know the rest of the song. Oh, I think the musical has a lovely soundtrack. Some of it I will actively listen to, and then some of it I will listen to with, like, storylining in mind or something like that. I mean, yeah, because it's a musical, of course there's a story to it, but sometimes you just gotta imagine your own little stories that go along with songs. And then you put them in little playlists, and you think about your story while listening to said playlist, and then you never actually write down the dang scenes that you're daydreaming about because, hey, maybe you imagine it a little bit to the left or to the right the next time you imagine it. It's so silly. I used to spend a lot of daydreaming time in middle school. It's a wonder that I passed any of my classes in middle school. It truly is. Yeah. And I wasn't a very diligent band kid either. I did not practice at home because I was too lazy. I basically brought my flute to school and then it never returned home until either the day of a concert or when it was the end of school year. Like, that's it. I never practiced. I was such a bad student in that regard. And it's the reason why I am not very good at the flute. I could still practice. I could still learn. Nothing's really stopping me from learning except myself. I'm pretty sure I still have the book that you're supposed to learn from to learn all the finger positions on the buttons for the flute, so it's still there. And it's still, like, I can go up and down the scale and stuff, but I can't do anything fancy. That's what I get. That's what I get. Yep. Oh. At least with the guitar I practiced a little more. But that was also in college, and I was trying to take it a little more seriously. That was fun. I had a lot of fun with that class. That was a blast. And I learned, which is even better. And now I'm a bit more confident about when I eventually replace my dang strings again. I think I've replaced them twice now. Or no, I don't think I have. I do remember it took me forever to finally clip off the ends of the strings that were in desperate need of clipping because, oh my gosh. That was a nightmare. I think I destroyed a pair of nail clippers trying to trim them, and I was like, yeah, that's not working. I just damaged perfectly good pair of nail clippers for nothing. Good job. Good job, Yellowfang. I like it, your guitar. It's fun. Bam. Whee! Whee! Oh. Wow, okay. Why are my shoulders screaming at me? Why are you screaming at me, shoulders? Dozing off again. Dang it! No, I don't want to doze off. I don't want to sleep. Oh, dang it. I missed another one of the spikes. What is going on? Okay, I'm dropping frames. Okay, calm down. Hang on, I need to take out these two before I can focus on what's going on here. Dang it, I missed the spike again. I keep missing it. Well, then again, it's probably good that it's not lasting that long, but it still bugs me that I keep missing it. Still though, the fact that I keep missing the random lag spikes is kind of a good sign. Did I just obtain tinnitus, or are my headphones... Okay, no, it was just ringing in my ears. Okay, I just held my breath for too long or something like that. Silly me. That was fun. And interesting. Lots of interesting things going on the Yellowfang 42 stream. For the level grind, towards level 99. 'Tis lots of fun. Ooh. Thinking about going to a theme park this summer. I haven't been to a theme park in ages. I think that would be good. And there's a specific roller coaster at a theme park that I want to reconquer. Because I went on it once when I was like under the age of 10. And I was scared of roller coasters ever since then. But now that I fully accept that I am perfectly allowed to just scream the entire time, I think that'll be a huge help. I think that will work perfectly. Although I'm pretty sure that I might not be able to wear my glasses on the roller coaster. Because there was this one time, I went to a roller coaster, I went to, was it Busch Gardens? This was like ages ago. This was back in college. When I was in college, I went to Busch Gardens with someone. And we went on this roller coaster. Unfortunately, I couldn't wear my glasses because they would fall off. It was really annoying. So I basically went on the ride completely blind. And it was dark out, so it was even better. I was like, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm having a blast. It was fun though. It was fun. I think I'd be able to. I'd be fine. Who am I kidding? I'd be fine. But it would be fun. It would be fun to finally reconquer that one roller coaster that used to scare me. It will no longer scare me. One day, when I actually go, it'll be great. Plus, it'd just be nice. It'd just be nice to go to a theme park again and actually ride rides instead of just wandering around like an idiot. You know, sometimes you just gotta do that. Sometimes you just gotta sit in line for a bit, and then you go. You're on a ride for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then you get off, and then you're like, yay, let's go! The power of waiting is amazing. Ah! something I want to make sure that I actively keep working on. I work on it a lot purposely. Like sometimes I purposely take a slightly longer line when I'm checking out groceries at the store just so I can practice some patience and I remind myself it's fine, I've made enough time, so I don't need to worry about any sort of rush or anything. Like, I always remind myself that it's all good. I will still be able to check out my groceries. That's all there is to it. I think the power of being able to wait is also the power of me making sure I show up on time or within a reasonable time range for things, too. Like, for example, if there's a restaurant that's gonna close in like 10 to 15 minutes, I'm like, okay, even if it's a fast food restaurant that's closing in 10 to 15 minutes, I'm not gonna go. Like, no, I'm not doing that. But if it's like an hour or 30 to 45 minutes, then maybe yeah. But usually I like to have ample amounts of time, so then that way, one, I have enough time where I don't feel like I need to rush for anyone's convenience, and two, I don't feel like I'm inconveniencing anyone. I just like being early and on time for things. It's really helpful for me. Because I know it's not fun to wait on somebody when you expect them at a specific time. It's just like, oh, where are you? Are you okay? It's like, but I do understand, like, stuck in traffic sort of things. Like, if I'm gonna wait on you because you're stuck in traffic, obviously I'm gonna be chill about it. I'm gonna be like, oh shoot, that sucks. Alright, let's go do the thing. If it's gonna be one of those things where, like, you know you were gonna get stuck in traffic and left at the last minute, then I'm gonna get a little annoyed. Because it's like, dude, seriously? You knew that there was gonna be traffic, and then you still chose to leave, like, barely with a few minutes to spare. And now we're late. And we're missing, like, half of the thing. Like, bruh. Like, I've missed something, like, half of something once, and I'm like, okay, I'm never doing that again. It was like one time I was gonna see the Hunger Games with a friend of mine, and I was late, and I got in the movie theater like 15 minutes late, so I think I missed a chunk of the film. I don't know how much I missed. Or at least I didn't know until like years later. I was like, oh, I missed that part. It was at the beginning that I missed. And then I finally met up with my friend at the end of the movie, and I was like, hey, how's it going? It was awkward, but it was kind of funny afterwards. But I was like, okay, I'm not doing that again. As in, I'm not being late like that again. In my defense, I completely forgot, but still, it's like, bruh. That's on me. That's on me for bad time management. I'm trying to keep... I want to keep better time management, you know? That's why I set alarms and calendar appointment reminders and such. Like, whenever I make an appointment, I try to make sure that the damn thing is in my calendar before I even leave the place. Like, if it's like a follow-up appointment or something like that, I always make sure it's in the calendar, and I always have it written down in a secondary spot, so then in case, like, something happens, I know that I wrote it down. Spin, 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 spin. You know what's funny, is I don't actually have half a waffle to consume partway through the stream. I could just grab a whole waffle. Nothing's stopping me from grabbing a whole waffle. Really. That'd be kind of funny. Just a whole waffle. No chocolate chips, just a whole waffle. But I want to have more waffles, so yeah. Yeah. Oh, big stretch. My shoulders are creaking. Sorry, I did not do as much stretching as I should have, like, hours ago. And it feels nice to stretch, so I am compressing and stretching my muscles as much as I can every time I move. So, yeah. Big stretch. Okay, calm down. Goodness sakes. Y'all are going a little bit crazy. We're fine. Nice, 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 nice. just closed my eyes for a couple of seconds and I was like, oh. Drift into a peaceful dream. It's like, oh my goodness. I don't know if y'all experience this, but I do this a lot. Where if I'm just chilling, the lights are all on, I'm in like the regular day clothes and stuff like that, I will easily fall asleep. Like, there might be lights on, there might be electronics going and stuff, and I'll just doze off and nearly fall asleep. Meanwhile, when I get into pajamas, brush my teeth, get ready for bed, put my retainers, it's probably retainers, who am I kidding? My retainers piss me off sometimes, but I gotta wear them, otherwise my teeth are gonna go everywhere. And by everywhere, I mean back to where they originally spawned. And I used to have some scraggly teeth, holy crap. Like, there was this one tooth that used to fold over the top of the other. It was kind of impressive, actually. And I'm pretty sure the bottom front teeth, like the bottom four between, I think those are your canines. Are those also your canines? I can't remember the anatomy of teeth. Don't quote me on that. But basically, those bottom four in the front, those were like the worst offenders of being scraggly little things. So there's like a permanent retainer there. But hey, long story short, anytime I try to get ready for bed and settle in for the night, I take forever to fall asleep. And I'm just like, are you serious? To be fair, it's probably just because my brain is like not focusing on if there's music or if there's light or any other things. It's just in its own thoughts and it starts wandering around, and I'm like, excuse me, can you please not wander? Or if you're gonna wander into sleep mode, that would be much appreciated. I need water, holy crap. Everything is dry, like the desert. I feel like I've consumed clay, which is not a thing that you want to consume. Don't eat clay, it's not good for you. I mean, I guess there's some clay that... Was it dirt or clay that's edible? I can't remember. I remember years ago, I was watching either some sort of... It was either, like... This was back when the Discovery Channel actually did some sort of earth science and anthropological study and stuff like that. I don't know what the frick they do now. Or was it National Geographic? It was one of them. But I remember hearing this story about at this village, they have a specific spot where the dirt was like safer to eat or something like that. I don't know if that's actually verifiably true now, you know, but technically you can't eat dirt. Do I advise it? No. Please eat food. Eat safe, edible plants that don't poison or make you sick. Just eat food, please. If your options are limited, eat the food, unless you're allergic to it. Then obviously don't eat things you're allergic to, it'll just make it worse. I'm not allergic to tomatoes, but they do, however, make my stomach more active than St. Helens on May 18th, 1980? I'm probably getting the dates mixed up. But in short, they are not my friends, which unfortunately means if I eat something with red sauce, it doesn't go well. I can get away with the pizza bagels, but I don't know how much longer I can get away with the pizza bagels. I need to leave them alone for a while. I just had some the other day, that's why I'm thinking about it. I was like, or was it today? No, it was today that I had them. I was like, suspicious. Mainly because I was making sure that I didn't feel like crap afterwards. Nowadays I'm just like, I want to eat a lot of vegetables. I still don't have I still have problems with salad, usually because I'm not usually a fan of the dressings and stuff like that. I bet if I added some salt to some lettuce leaves, I would eat that. Just a little bit of salt on lettuce leaves, boom, done. That's all I need. I don't need anything else. I guess maybe a carrot or two in there, but not too many, like 3 or 4 carrots in that with a few leaves if I ate a salad. I don't know. Salad's alright, but it's not my favorite. I don't see it as a very fulfilling or filling meal. I'd love potatoes. Thank you very much, potatoes. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Sort of sorry, actually. I'm not too sorry about that. Come on, who wants to fight me first? Bring it on. Bring it on. Somewhere beyond the sea. Somewhere waiting for me. I haven't sang that song in a while. My lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Okay, those are 4s, but you know what? I don't care. In fact, I'm gonna get another 4 on purpose. Alright, come here. One of you needs to get over here and get separated from the others. Alright, you're the sacrifice. Okay, there we go. Ah! I'm okay with getting 4s right now because it's good for my brain to get some 4s every once in a while. Does it make things go faster? No. No, it does not. No, I still haven't done the calculations. I refuse to at this point. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing the damage over time. No siree. I will, however, take damage for this one just because it would be nice if I took some damage and got more XP out of it. There we go. A single sit-up. Good job. There we go. Please more damage. I want to get 8 XP from the both of you, so then I can get a total of 16 instead of just a flat out 8. Yay! Now I have to get more damage. This is the power of mathematics. Technically, the power of mathematics is actively at work both on the stream and in the game. That's what programming is. It's just intensely advanced math. Using switch statements and libraries and maybe if-ors and other things, other functions. Occasionally print statements that look extra fancy. It's probably a lot more complex than that. Why am I cold? I probably just need more food. But I literally ate like 2 hours ago, so I should be fine. Everything is cozy. Everything. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to make the camera spin so hard. There we go. I just thought of a really silly idea, is to draw a nightcap over the top of the little kitty head as an avatar. That'd be kind of funny. And put a little nightcap. Ow. Sorry about that. Not me punting the microphone by accident. Sending it into the oblivion. Ooh, we might get below 4,000 in a bit. That'll be awesome. That'll be about 2,000-ish XP in. I say ish because technically not 2,000 because we were at 6,000 something. Ah, math is math is math is math is math is math is math. Ah. More specifically, subtraction. Wahoo! I mean, technically speaking, there is a subtraction function going on every time we take out these guys. And then there's probably, like, the equivalent of an if statement or something similar to indicate whether or not I'm above, like, while, like, say, while XP boost is enabled, if HP less than 20, then increase XP output by 2. And then else nothing or something like that. I don't freaking know. I think that makes sense. Yeah, if HP is at 50% or something like that. Or 50% and below. There we go. Yeah. It would be an and equals for the 50%. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right for the mathematical shenanigans. Cool. Whee! Oh hey, another potion. I'm so silly about potions, but it's... Oh, and I completely reversed. How did I do that? That's kind of impressive, actually. What the heck? Since when is Twitch behind YouTube on the streaming docket? That's funny as hell. Alright. I am gonna take my break. I'm gonna give you my be right back screen, and I will indeed be right back. Bing bing. Alright, we're back. I got a snack. And I did the next most important thing. You know what that is? Emptying the dishwasher. It was needed. And not only that, loading it with the dishes that I didn't get to put in the dishwasher. So yay! That's all taken care of. And I don't have to worry about it for a while. Well, until the next wash. That's the nature of washing your dishes. It's a cyclical thing. You dirty a dish, you wash it, you sanitize it, you put it away, and then you take it out and use it again for another different food. And then you wash it again. The cycle begins over and over. Unless you use paper plates. Don't reuse paper plates. Recycle those things. I mean, as much as you can anyway. Whew. Don't know why going up the stairs took something out of me, but okay. I can work with that, but okay. Delish. I freaking love water. It's so good. It's the same thing with laundry. Like, speaking of laundry, I'll definitely have to do that at some point. Possibly later tonight. Maybe tomorrow. It depends if I feel like listening to the dryer go and screech at me at night. It all depends on whether or not I'm in the mood to hear the dryer buzzer. I know there's a way to deactivate it. I don't want to deal with deactivating it, and I kind of like knowing when it is done. Even if it's loud and obnoxious, especially at like 10 o'clock at night. I just like knowing stuff is dry. And I can put it away and move it out of the way for the next one. Good stuff. I've obtained popcorn again, even though I said the other day that I regretted it. Ow, okay. Someone's vicious. Ow, okay. Nailed it. My left hand's getting pretty good at this. My left hand is actively doing all of the controlling. Which is really counterintuitive, because the popcorn's on my left side. So you'd think I would be using my left hand to scoop out popcorn, but nope. Right hand is doing it. It's the food mode one. I guess there's now no doubt that I am meant to be left-handed. Or at least I am left-hand dominant. Doesn't mean my right hand isn't capable. It just needs to learn a few things before it can really do all the crazy stuff. Here's a fun fact. I drive better when I have food in my hand, specifically an apple. If I happen to be chomping through an apple, okay, I guess we're doing that. Anyway, if I happen to be chomping an apple, I can deal with curves down a long highway, or just any highway stretch, super easy. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just taking my mind off of something so my attention is split at just the right amount, so I can focus on the driving. Who knows? There's probably a science behind that. It'd be fascinating. It's kind of like having something in the background while you're knitting or something like that, or while you're studying. You have like a show on in the background. It's not necessary. You don't necessarily fully engage in it until you hear something random that really sticks into your ears, and you're like, hold up, wait, let's run that back again. But usually it's just background noise. It's kind of that thing. Not necessarily like body doubling or something like that. I think that's what the phrasing is called. Okay, there we go. That one was irritating me. But sometimes doing things a little bit more one-handed is helpful. Ow. I'm also getting a feel of where the controllers are at. The controls, the buttons specifically. Also, I doubt that I'll ever lose my right hand, but in the event I lose my right hand, at least I'll be able to do things. Not all the things, but some things. That reminds me, I should do some handwriting practice with my right hand, just on the off chance it's the left hand that gets eliminated. I love how I'm planning for something that's probably not even going to happen statistically. But the odds of losing a hand are statistically low, but never zero. Ow. Goodness sakes. Ow. I don't think that was a 4. I'm surprised that Twitch is behind. Usually it's YouTube that's behind. Oh, okay. Oh, that is square. Square isn't useful here. I was trying to hit triangle and it wasn't working because I wasn't actually hitting triangle. Sorry about that, I'm just driving all over the place. It's going every which way except the right way. This is fine, I need to get some damage in anyway. There we go. Nice. Yeah, maybe I should see my eye doctor before my glasses become completely useless. I'm just thinking about that right now. I'm like, I'm about to get to a point where I might not be able to legally drive regardless of my glasses. That's a problem. I'd like to be able to see where I'm going. Be able to read things such as signs. Ow. Man, swatted out of the air. Nice. Bam. Yeah, the 4s are fine. I'm not trying to be too aggressive tonight. I'm just trying to enjoy the ride. And besides, I'm pretty sure that the next time we get... next stream will be the, we get to level 45 and then I break my overlay for the 15th time. That'll be kind of fun. Oh, I just realized, speaking of which, I probably should boot up my desktop to see if it's randomly broken itself with an update or something like that, because I heard it boot up just the other night. I was like, oh no. I heard it wake up. I'm like, no. Windows, your random updates are useless, and they make the operating system even worse than it already is. Go back to 7, or at least the principles that brought you 7. Goodness sakes. It's a multi-layered operating system, which is wild to think about. Hey, can I get through this door? Thank you. I'm just crunching away, I'm sorry. But I said before, I was hungry and I wanted some snacks. So I have achieved snacks. Specifically popcorn in a bag. Which, by the way, in case you've never made popcorn that is in one of those bags before, or wait, in case you haven't made that, babysit the microwave. Do not leave it alone. Wait until you hear like 1 or 2 seconds between every pop, and that's when you take it out. Accept the fact that you're not gonna have a fully popped bag. It will save you a lot of grief. Trust me. I've had to smell so many burnt popcorn bags from my fellow college students in the dorms. And it sucked. Although, to be fair, I think half the time at least one of the stinking microwave bag incidents was from someone trying to cover the smell of weed, and it's like, bro, we know. It's obvious. Everybody knows burn popcorn to tighten it. Goodness sakes. It's like super obvious if you do that, by the way. So, just don't. Just don't piss off the other people in your dorm by burning popcorn. It's really freaking annoying. And it's a waste of a perfectly good snack. Just babysit the microwave, okay? Especially if it's a communal microwave. Don't make that damn thing stink. Nobody wants a stinky microwave. Come on, bring it on. Come on, bite me. Nice. Yeah, worth the force. I'm gonna go swinging. Bam. Nice. I wonder if we weren't dealing with odd numbers, would that have been 36, 36? Just wondering. Where am I going? What the heck? Wow. Twitch side is lagging hard. What the heck? You good, Twitch? You hanging in there okay? Cause, yikes. Since when is YouTube ahead of you? Usually it's behind you. What's going on? Yay! Gonna take some damage. Ow. Yay. Try I'm not talking too much. I'm just enjoying my popcorn. Enjoying my popcorn, enjoying my leveling. And you might wonder, why the heck are you streaming it? Because I want to share the journey, dang it. I want it to be shown that I did not slack off. I enjoyed my time doing this crazy, crazy idea. Because I thought, you know what would be funny? Is if I got to level 99 before even fighting Twilight Thorn. And I'm gonna be right about it being freaking hilarious, dude. It's gonna be the funniest thing ever. I wonder if we've already hit the damage cap, though. I hope not. I really hope not, because it'll be so beautiful if I just get him on the first reaction command set. There's probably a cap. Meh. Gosh darn damage caps. And like I keep saying, I know I've seen somebody do this before in some way. Maybe not at this spot for getting to level 99. But at a different spot before getting to Sora, because there's like nobody's constantly spawning in Twilight Town near the end. Yeah, this is definitely the magical experience. Where are we? There we go. Nice. Hmm. Maybe I should play Remind. Finally purchase it and play through it. Get my butt kicked by all the data fights. Cry about it. It'd be kind of fun. It'll be extra hilarious because I'll be at like level 99. With a large majority of my Keyblades maxed out, including the Ultima weapon. So I'll just decimate the crap out of a bunch of stuff. That'd be kind of fun. I'll have to think about it. Because it's a pretty serious decision for me. I'm thinking. No. I'll make my own decisions on that. That's one of those things I gotta keep inside my head to think about for a while. Basically just doing like a summer thing. And then keep a record of it or something like that. A little better. Yay! You wanna fight? You wanna fight? Come on, bring it on. I can take all ya. Bam! See? See what I'm talking about? Boom. Done. 24 XP right out of there. Beautiful. Kia ora. Oh, we're doing pretty good. We're doing excellent, in fact. Let me do my mental math guesstimate. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. Cool. Ooh, a hiccup. Nice. Doing part of this one hand is actually kind of fun. I probably wouldn't be able to do this with some of the other games I have. The only reason I'm getting away with this is because I'm at such a high level and dealing with low-level enemies in a very small contained area where I'm not having to actively fight for my life. That's the deal. Oh my gosh, I need to get a 4 off of one of these guys. Just one, though. Yay! 4 threes! Okay. All is right in the world. I'm gonna let these guys attack me so then I can get at least 16 XP off the pair of them. Wow. Wow, gang. Good job. 10 out of 10 damage. You're really, slacking off. Why are you jumping around? Attack me. Fight me. There we go. That's a little better. Yay! There we go. Learning to drive with the thumb. Technically, it is the correct thumb on the correct thumbstick. It's the left thumb on the left thumbstick. I'm just still using one hand. So I'm not messing with the camera every turn or so. Which means I cause myself problems. Almost on purpose. Actually, it's completely on purpose. Like I keep saying, I'm eating popcorn. I'm having a great time. Woohoo! About 3,200 away. Well, over 3,200. Why are numbers such a pain in the butt? Anyway. I say this as someone who loves and enjoys messing with numbers. Because we got about, like, almost breaking into the 400s. Yeah, 490 something. 400? Yeah, 400 and... What, 498 or something like that? But... No, it's just 409. Yeah, it's about... Let me double check that actually. Let me get some damage off of from these guys and we'll do a proper math assessment after I take out these two. Alright, who wants to get got? Okay, that's more like 407. Nope. Yeah, about 407. I'm getting the 400 part from just the 32 alone. And then the last number, the last half of the number. And that's where I'm getting the last of it. Plus I've known there's a pattern over time. So yeah, 400 of these suckers. Once we hit below 32, that's when we get to the 399, 98, 97. Yeah, 400 and... Technically 403 because we're dealing with uneven numbers, I think. Yeah. Why did I dodge? I said technically, but I'm also working with 8s, so that would be a huge difference. If we're working in 4s, then it's 803 or something like that. And now we are on 399 or something like that. That's how many dusks anyway, which means about 39 back and forth. Technically 40 because we can't get an accurate reading on the odd numbers. And I always round up. So yeah. We're doing great. I've just realized I've been tilting my head to the left a little too much. Despite the fact that I have no actual reason to do so. Yay. Oh, this is much more comfortable. Why wasn't I doing this sooner? I just had my arms crossed like I was doing the hands on your knees step from the cha-cha slide. Ooh, that's kind of explosive, but it was only 4s. A little less exciting. At some point, I should consider the fact that it's gonna take me a while to get to level 99. Basically at the rate I'm going anyway. Yeah. Yeah, that was a little too much. I wasn't about that. Here we go. That's much better. We'll break down to 300 and below. Like, we'll get close to flat 300 when we get to 2400-ish XP left. If we get... We're not gonna get to 2400, like, flat, because we're working with uneven numbers. But that'll be how close we get to... That'll be when we know we've passed the next 100. Or you can count these guys, like, 10 times and just say, okay, 10 back and forth at a consistent rate of 8. If I stay consistent, we'll get to the 100. But I'm not being very consistent right now. I have divided attention. You know what? Don't be freaking rude. Those dusks were swinging. That's another reason why I'm not too concerned about the 4s. Because of that. Don't want to die. Kills a little momentum. Don't want to kill my momentum. Yay! There's an 8 at the end of this one. I don't know which 8 though. No, that can't be right. Ow. This dusk is swinging today, which is good for me. I get the damage I crave. So it all balances out. I'll do some quick maths once I take out the next 5. Oh, 3,005. Okay, well, we won't be working with 30. We'll be working with 29, which means there's going to be 5 left over on the calculation. There's 3, 8, 24. With 5 left over, so 58. So 3, 7. Was it 8-1 that it said at the end? Oh, 8-1. So now 58, 2 left over, 21. So 2. 372. That's how many dusks we have remaining till the next level, if I consistently keep up with the 8s. Double it, and that's the upper end of how many dusks I would need to take out to get to the next level. I'm getting much better practice on this. And I'm keeping a wary eye on my brain's calculations, as I know pretty darn well that I am liable to forget where the math stands. The trick is to remember your multipliers of 8. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 88, and of course, last but not least, 96. I mean, that's when you get into 12, but 96 is where it's the last double-digit number that it equals to, so that's why I stopped there. Your 8s will be extremely helpful in doing these calculations. Same with your 4s when the answers are between 0 and 100. That one's a bit longer of a list for obvious reasons. I believe it's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. Technically, you could just do the same thing with the 8s and just put at an interval of something between the 4? Yeah, 4 at the 4 mark. Basically the halfway point between the two 8 sections. But yeah, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52, 56, 60, 64, 68, 72, 76. Hang on, I'm losing it. 76, did I say 76? Yeah. 80. 84. 88. 92. 96. And of course, 100, because 4 times 25 is 100. Ow. Doing these math exercises in my brain is a little painful, but it's actually really helpful at the same time. Bam. Oh, that's not it. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want to pause. Sorry for that. Obviously, we're not getting close. Hmm. I didn't realize I set up my shortcuts. When did I do that? That's hilarious. Okay, that's absolutely hilarious. I bet though it's a max of 3. I don't have just 12 potions equipped to myself, because there's no way the game would probably let me do that. You know what? I'm kind of curious now. How did I do that? Let's do... Yeah, I called it. I knew it. It went down by 1 as soon as I was done. And then it goes back up. That's hilarious. Okay. Well, good to know. Good to know I don't have 12 potions in the docket. Now I have to get a bunch of damage because I healed myself. Ten out of 10. The game knows how to prevent us from going crazy. Hey, I got the potion back. I'm back to 99 potions. Nice, because I was on 98 just a moment before when I used one. Just to test that out. That was so funny. I wonder how much playtesting they had to do before that worked. Or if it was one of those things that was left over from KH1 that they're like, yeah, we can implement this. Then again, if I remember right, didn't they have to rebuild KH1 almost in its entirety when they did the remake? I feel like that's what they had to do. Because they lost the original code for KH1, so they can't get it back. Goodness gracious me. Sorry, I'm adjusting my seating position so that I don't hurt my back. Oh wow, I really need to take some damage. Yikes. I'm at the same HP I was at the beginning of the stream. Perfect 20. Which is not helpful if I want the XP boost to do its job. Takes a little extra time, but the benefit of moving the XP slightly faster is well worth the time. I'd say anyway. Yay! I didn't even have to do anything. I will have to do something though. These guys are getting a little aggressive. Sir. Don't go creeping up on me. Rude. Nailed it. I need some damage. Please hit me. Dusk? Dusk, please. I beg. I don't want to get near the orbs. I don't think the orbs replace potions. Or... no. I already tested this with spamming Lucky Lucky on the abilities. I have 2 of them already. I wonder what I'll get next. I think I got Blizzard Boost the last time I upgraded. Leveled up. There we go. Got there eventually. Took a journey, but we got there. Snacks. Delicious snacks, I might add. I could go for a brownie about now. One of those really good fudgy ones that I will regret later in the day or something like that. Okay, y'all. You're just hopping around. Yay! Let me take that down. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And the popcorn is done. I no longer have popcorn in my arsenal of snacking. Oh, okay. Not that I'm complaining, but it was a little intense. Yay! And once I get a drink of water, I will be back to actually using the controller with both hands. Just not yet, because I really need some water after all that popcorn. Gonna need to floss too, because I ate popcorn. You know how popcorn is, it gets those little shell things and they get stuck in your gums and they stab you and it's just like ugh. And you don't want them lingering in there because then you get bacteria all up in your gums and it's just gross. Brush your teeth, gang. It's good for you. Take care of the teeth. It makes it so then you can eat all of that food that you enjoy. Or even the food that sucks, but you need to eat it anyway because it's good for you. Like ice cream. I jokingly say like ice cream, but I also mean like proteins, pasta, vegetables. Stuff that isn't soft food, you know? I need to take more damage. They are really taking their time. Although then again, earlier I was complaining about them being a little aggressive, so it's fine. Whee! You do a hop. I guess that's more of a jump. It's not really a hop, skip, and a jump, it's just jump. I was about to be like, hey, when do I get high jump again? And then I remembered, high jump is bound to Valor form. That's when we get high jump. And then we get aerial dodge, which helps us jump higher. It's gonna be fun level grinding those things again. Even more fun because we'll be barricaded at certain levels. Like, we'll get max out at 3, I think, at Valor form. Maybe? Yeah. And then 4 when we get... Yeah, 3 when we have... Is it Valor and Limit form that we're... Yeah, it's Valor, Wisdom, and Limit that we start off with, I think. No, wait, did we get Limit later? I think we get Limit later. I can't remember now. Dang it. I'm trying to remember if it's a later instance. I know we get Anti-form at the start. I mean, not to, like, deliberately go into, but we get Valor and, Valor and Wisdom. Or maybe Anti is the one that counts as a 3, because basically your max level is how many drive forms you have currently. I wonder if limit form just doesn't count towards it, or if I'm just losing it. Either way, you don't get to max out the... You don't get to max out your drive forms completely until... Oh, god dang it. That's interesting, because I didn't see any skipperoonies going on. Very interesting. Okay. The things I'm learning lots of things. Lots and lots of things. Wow. Nice. This is good, this is good. I'm enjoying this. I could go for some chocolate though right now. Chocolate sounds really nice. I'm constantly trying to balance out the sweet and salty, which probably means I need to eat a vegetable or something. Something. Something that's the color green and tastes good. Oh. Ah yes, I'll just eat this. Sorry, Sora, this piece of your heart is going to get devoured. I need the greens. You can keep the part that is like yourself, but I'm just gonna take a nibble off the edges of this. Look at this, it looks like a leaf. Nom nom nom. Chomp, even. Oh look, an HP bar. I'll eat that too. Goodness sakes. Bam. Why am I dodging? I shouldn't dodge. I need to take the damage. Imagine if the game counts the damage taken and it's just over like a ridiculous number. Maybe this is why KH2 doesn't count the damage taken, because of all the possible things that could eliminate you in one go. Especially on crit. Maybe that's what the 60 HP limit for is actually. It does say what damage. Oh, does it say what damage dealt is? Well, now this is what I get for still finishing the game yet. I don't know if damage dealt is one of the stats on this one. I think it's the case on KH1, but I can't remember. It's been too freaking long. Way too freaking long. Whee! I just hopped over the Dusk's head, no big deal. Oh hey! We're down to 24, which means we're down to almost 300 flat. Specifically 307 or 6. I'm not saying it the other way. I refuse. So 305-ish? Yeah, because 5 and 8 is 40, so if we want to go over the line, 305. 304. 303. 302. Whee! Magical. 301 and 300. Woohoo! 300 to go. Well, now it's 297. 296 because of the 4s. Okay, I need to let these guys actually hit me so then I can get more damage. Yay! Wahoo! What was that, 394 or something like that? I'll do the math once I get to the bottom of the hill. Let's do some stat math again. This is good practice, by the way. Yeah, so it's 290 something. I messed up. I forgot that we already passed the threshold of 300 something. That was fast forgetting though. So 200 and okay, so there's 7 left over 74, so 290 and then 21, so 292. Yeah, 292. That sounds about right. Cool. That's about 292 dusks away from the next level, but that's all the time that I have for the evening. We've made some excellent progress. It's exactly 2 hours on the dot. That's amazing. We are going to save our progress in both save slots because saving consistently is how we keep our progress going. So that is indeed what we're going to do for the stream tonight. I hope you all enjoyed, whether you stopped by for a few minutes or stuck around for a little while. If you want to see more of this or eventually some other games in the future, on the YouTube side you hit the subscribe button, on the Twitch side you hit the follow button. If you want to see other updates besides that, I have a Twitter, a Blue Sky, and a Tumblr, and they are all at YellowFang42. That is my @ you can follow those to see any sort of updates, random art things, and me occasionally blabbing about things. Tumblr is where I get a little bit more unhinged, but that's because I barely touch it. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching and stopping by. I'm gonna send you off to the end card, so have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.